Hi, I'm Sarah George, and I'm with Renewing the Countryside. And today I'm going to be talking to you about communication and discovery between farmers and schools. Let's start by talking about what is farm to school. Most people think about the procurement aspect, where they're buying locally from the local farmers, but it also includes school gardens and an educational component as well. Farm to school benefits everyone in the community. Kids win, farmers win, our communities win. It sounds fantastic, right? So, why isn't this happening everywhere? At Renewing the Countryside, we were curious and we wanted to talk to buyers to find out why. So, we started asking questions like who does your ordering? How often do you order? What days of the week do you like to place your orders? And finally, what's your biggest obstacle to sourcing local? Now, imagine you're the buyer. You're working in a local school kitchen and it's your job to place the orders for the week. You have to reach out to 10 different farmers to find enough tomatoes. No one has spinach for the week, and you have six different farmers delivering your potatoes. John likes text, Jane likes email, Joe likes it if you call him. You have to stop what you're doing each time a farmer arrives on the dock for a delivery because the schools are locked during school hours. And each farmer that comes in is handing you a unique invoice. How much time do you have to dedicate to supporting local? Plus, there's the confusion about what is legal and what's not. Please know local food is legal. Next is the reality of the farmer obstacle. Farmers are incredible in the fields. They have the ability to grow, tend, and harvest a diverse set of crops in our short Minnesota summers. They know farmers markets, but they're unsure about wholesale accounts, unsure about pricing. They have concerns about quantities. Simply establishing relationships makes them nervous. Tax standards are something they've never thought about. And with so many questions, they simply back away. At Renewing the Countryside, we got a group together to come to the table to discuss working together. Here you see two farmers, a food service director, a principal, and a superintendent from three separate schools working together to muddle through these obstacles. See, we engaged with more than just the food service director because then there was a support system in place if someone changed jobs up the chain. Each of the schools were asked to fill out this product checklist with what they wanted to order. Each of our farmers filled this out with what they grew. And um, this gave us a starting point. The schools learned what was available locally, and the farmers learned what they could grow more of. But more importantly, everyone at the table had a better understanding of each other's challenges. We all heard that schools need time to prepare the foods that they serve. Timing is everything when it comes to having those meals ready for the children. So if coring, washing, and chopping the lettuce took too much time, they would not have a meal ready to serve. They couldn't just tell the kids, hang on, it's almost ready. And then we went where no one wants to go, pricing. It seems to be the big elephant in the room. And guess what? We decided to be fully transparent to make things work. Pricing was compared and we crossed off items that simply didn't make sense. But look what else we noticed. Here you can see that the cucumbers, for example, were more cost effective from our local farmers, even at farmers market pricing. After the group looked at things like pricing and preparation, time, together we identified what comes the same from Bix and Cisco as it does from the local farm. And that gave us a list of items to start with. See, for farm to school to work, you need to start where you can and make baby steps in the right direction. Maybe Harvest of the Month is right, or Minnesota Thursdays. Perhaps you can encourage your school to try the Apple Crunch this year. These are all great opportunities to start with farm to school sales. One thing that inspires schools is by doing farm tours. See, seeing the farm firsthand helps food service directors understand when they're placing that order. Plus, who doesn't like seeing animals on the farm? Be sure to include a pasture walk on the farm if you can, and provide some time and space for them to ask questions. Let them see your passion and your pride in the farm, in the products you raise, grow, or prepare. Consider becoming a school lunchroom substitute. School food services are constantly looking for substitute workers to help in that lunchroom. If you can get on their sub list, then you can create a relationship with the food service director where they can learn about you and you learn about what it's like in the lunchroom. This is a win win. If meeting a food service director with your farm alone feels challenging, one potential solution could be working together with an aggregating or collaboration model, if you will. A food hub is food hubs are able to get produce from multiple farmers and aggregate it or combine it to sell to schools, hospitals, and restaurants throughout the community. Here are the food hubs and licensed aggregators in Minnesota. Please note this is not a full list. We are working on compiling a full list. This one is incomplete. Aggregators don't have to be brick and mortar. They can be virtual food hubs at farmers markets or simply a farmer working together with their neighbor. There are fact sheets available on how to legally aggregate in Minnesota. Be sure to celebrate your wins. If you make it into your school, celebrate it. It's so worth it. And here are some farm to school resources for you to use as you're navigating this space. Thank you.